viviendo aquí y yo estaba esperando que, bueno, iban a comprar una casa, un vehículo, pero no que nos vamos a meter en un apartamento y a pagar renta, alquilar carro.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another freaking MovingMAD video, and in this one right here, I am going to crucify, yes, I said it, I am going to crucify Johan. This guy has the audacity, and he really gets under my skin. Honestly, I dislike him more than I dislike Daniele. But with Daniele now, you see, she's a different type of annoyance. She's a different type of just like, ugh. But Johan now, has a man, his whole character is against what a man should be. And that is one of the reasons why I just cannot stand this guy. And I just don't see how you can defend someone like him. I mean, what woman would want to be with a man like Johan? And now let me break it down in this way. He is sitting there, and each and every week he sits there and says, we. And I don't know why he says we when he knows that he does not bring money to the table in any way whatsoever. And I don't care about the fact that he's in the DR, because we have seen him have jobs and then lose jobs. You see what I'm saying? So we know that he can get work. We know that he can bring something financially to the table. I'm not saying that he should be the breadwinner. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that this guy is legit relying on Daniele for everything, and it is irritating. Complaining about, so, you know, we are renting a house, we're renting a car, all we do is rent, but we should be buying homes, we should be buying cars. Okay, whilst he's saying we should be buying these things, where is your money in the conversation? But you know what though? I'm just getting warmed up. Let's get it.
Que él, así mismo, la misma situación mía, consiguió una esposa americana, le compró jipeta, le compró apartamento, tanto de novio.
All right, so because you got a friend from the DR, and because he found an American woman, and she's happy to buy him anything and everything, you think you're entitled to the same thing? And then you tell Daniele to try and say to her, this is how you should be treating me, but then Daniele tells her this woman is stupid. I have to 1000% agree with this, with what Daniele said. This woman, she's not only just stupid, but there's a good chance that she's probably desperate for a man that looks a certain type of way that she knows that she can't get from America, and therefore she's more than happy to fund a man just so she can have somebody who's basically her boy toy, if you ask me personally. But you know what though? That is here or there. Here's the thing. So you're basically admitting that you wanted a woman to come into your life to pay for everything and for you to never have to work again. That is what you're telling us. That is what I'm hearing. But you don't work. You don't plan on working. You claim you want to go to America so you can work and send money home, but I don't believe that. Because the matter of the fact is, his whole attitude right now is this. Because Daniele is an American woman and she wants to live in the DR, that means she should pay for absolutely everything. And this is the same guy that wants a child. He wants a child even though he's not going to be able to provide for the child. You know, does he not realize that once Daniele gets pregnant and once she even gives birth, there's going to be a certain time where, guess what? She won't be able to even provide anything because she won't be able to go out there and earn money. I'm not saying she earns money right now anyway, but obviously we know she's got the dosh, right? But understand this though, there's something called maternity. You ever heard of maternity before, you fool? At that moment in time when a woman is during that maternity phase, you know who's meant to step up and take over everything? The man. He's the one that's meant to become financially responsible for everybody, if you dig what I'm saying. You know, there's something that I heard recently. A woman has a biological clock, a man has a financial clock. You know what I'm saying? Let that one sink in. Let that one freaking sink in. Meanwhile, Johan out here is walking around here behaving as if, like, you know, his attitude is just acceptable just because he's from the DR and because she's from America. You know what though, honestly speaking, right? People need to stop going to other countries and dating people from other countries who have a different standard to what you're used to or have a different standard to what you're expecting, because this is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I mean? Now, of course, if Daniele had been the other woman, the stupid woman, the desperate woman, fair enough, different conversation. But she's not that. And you know what? You decided to be with her, so therefore you need to step up to the plate or walk away from the relationship, you child.
Entonces, en vez de tu echar para adelante, tú le diste un buen giro a tu vida, para atrás. El sueño de uno cuando uno logra casarse con una extranjera es ponerle papeles y tener su propio hogar.
Do I even have to say anything for this one right here? The friend pretty much admits that men or maybe people in general, I don't know. But in this situation, I'm going to target men. But men from the DR will seek a woman, or if they end up with a woman from a foreign country, in this situation, America, they expect that woman to then better their life rather than their life to go backwards. And the whole idea of marrying them is for the papers and everything else. I have nothing else to add on this stupidity.
Daniel, que ya ve, desde un principio ya sabe mi situación económica. Pero tengo toda mi vida trabajando aquí y no tengo nada.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, but I didn't realize it was Danielle's fault that you have nothing. You're telling us that you spend your whole life working, but you have nothing. But whose fault was that? Okay, who do you blame for that? Do you know what I mean? You only look at one person for that, and that's the person you see in the mirror. That's it. If you have nothing due to whatever circumstances, that is fine, but that is you. You know, and I'm not hearing none of this about, yeah, but Daniel knew this and that. No, I'm not hearing none of that. I'm not hearing none of it. Because the fact is, you're out here demanding things that are just unrealistic. You wanted to buy a home. You wanted to buy you a car. You know, you want to have a child. All these things cost money that you're not even looking to. And this is the worst. The worst thing is that he's not even actively trying to bring money forward. That's the part that's even more annoying. If he was out there trying to become, okay, cool. But he hasn't been active trying to look for a job since the last season. Like, come on now. Nah. Now I know why. Honestly, the more and more you watch Johan and the more you pay attention, is the more you understand to why Danielle treats him like a child. But at the same time, though, it also doesn't make sense why she's still with him. That's the thing that bothers me the most about Danielle. Why are you with someone that you know is like this? That's the most polite way I can say it, but hey.
Tengo que confrontarla porque fue ella la que hizo promesa y no la cumplió. Tengo una esposa americana, debería dar una vida de rey aquí.
Question, very simple question. What woman here? It doesn't matter whether you're an American woman, British woman, Australian woman, Canadian woman, you know, a woman from, I don't know, any country. You know what I'm saying, okay? What woman would want to be with a guy like him? That's what I want to know, okay? That's what I want to know, okay? Please let me know. Who would want to be with a guy like him? Talking about she treated me like a king and all them kind of things. Listen, 100% I agree. Men should be treated like kings and women should be treated like queens. But that is only when the circumstances make sense, not when the circumstances are absolutely outrageous. That's all I gotta say for that one, man. Know what I'm saying? Come on now, let's get it. There's some more to come.
¿Tú tienes $30,000?
Si yo tuviera $30,000, yo compro el carro sin ningún problema.
¿Tú piensas que yo tengo $30,000 en mi cuenta?
No sé. Tú eres la americana que quiere vivir aquí en Dominicana. Voy a pagar todo eso.
You know what though, right? It's mad. The way this guy's talking about if I had 30K, I'd spend 30K in a car. I mean, if that's what you do, then, okay. But you know what the thing is though, that's what I find quite irritating about Johan. After this, right, he goes on to say that, you know, if we lived in the States, then I'd be working and then we can go half and half on things. I'll be honest with you. I personally think even if he lived in the States, if he got a job, I'll be surprised if he got a job personally, because I just don't see him wanting to get a job. But if he did get a job, I promise you now, he would not be using that money to go 50-50. He'll be using that money to send it back home to the family. And then he'll be saying, no, I can only go 20%. That 50-50, right? I'm telling you now, that 50-50 would go from 50. Well, no, it wouldn't even start at 50, to be honest with you. As soon as he gets a job and as soon as he gets his first paycheck, that 50-50 immediately will go down to 25%. Yeah, I'll give you 25% to the house. And then you know what's going to happen? Give it a few more paychecks. That 25% will go down to 10%. Guarantee you, because this guy's priorities are not on his relationship with Danielle or providing for this relationship or to make the relationship better. His priority is about how can I get more money and how can I start to earn things that I haven't even earned. Do you see what I'm saying? That is how he works. He's such an easy person to decipher. So he can talk about America, this and all them things and how Danielle wants to live here and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But you cannot sit here and tell me that if you got these things, you'd still behave in a certain type of way. You see what I'm saying? Man, this guy.
If Johan thinks that he has an American wife who's going to completely enable him and support him, then he's picked the wrong American. I am not interested in having a captive man. I've made that very clear.
Do you know what? That is it in a nutshell. He has married the wrong American woman. He thought he was going to get this lifestyle and whatnot with Danielle. Danielle has rejected it. And at the end of the day, if Johan wants to really go find an American woman who's going to give him everything that his friend has, he's going to have to find another American woman because you're never going to get it with Danielle. I think that has been clear since day one, you know? But the thing is for me, Since day one, all Yohan ever does is complain about how he's the man of the house and how he should be shown a certain level of respect, but yet he does nothing to deserve that respect or nothing to say that he's actually the man of the house. You know what I mean? And also on top of that, like I said before, even if he got a job, even if he moved to the States, and even if he got a job, I don't see that job being something he's going to use to actually help their relationship, because it is very clear that he does not give a damn about his relationship with Danielle, because he never shows any type of emotion towards her. Now, I'm not saying that she shows any emotion towards him neither, you know what I mean? And that's also another point that we have to look at when it comes to their relationship. Everything about their relationship doesn't scream romance, you know? I mean, it kind of did to begin with, at the very first season we saw them, you know what I mean? Maybe the second one, but this season right here, And even the end of last season that we saw them, always screamed is that these two are on the road of just a nuclear, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you guys let me know what you're thinking and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.